Hey everyone, I'm Brad Nelson.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And you're watching the Versus series on StarCityGames.com. All right, so today we're going to be playing Modern with a banned list.
Modern's always had a banned list.
Well, tomorrow we're playing Modern without a banned list.
Yeah.
But today we have a banned list.
Yes.
But
today we don't get to play with Jason Bloodbird Elf. Wait.
No, we do.
Wait, we do.
And I have one of them in my deck.
So do I.
Ooh.
Maybe I have two.
Oh, are you playing the teamer deck? That would be so great. Of course you're playing that teamer deck.
I'm not playing the teamer deck.
Oh, you're not? Okay. Well, I'm playing a brew from my good old buddy Brian Brown doing. It's a deck that he really liked until he didn't like
Lantern with Jace.
Ooh, he did try that.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
No, did you not see his post online?
No.
He was just like trying. He's like broke Modern, and it just was a picture of Jace, his own Jace, beside his own Pithy Needle naming Jace.
I did see that. I remember now.
But anyway,
that's just good deck building.
It is. So I lost Standard for the first time since the new system, which sucks.
Was that really the first time you'd lost a Standard match?
I think it's my only fourth match, but yeah, I haven't played a ton.
Nice.
It was sad.
Nice.
I felt like that wasn't going to happen. Game one can easily be lost, but I felt like I was going to win the match. But I'm starting in the hole, and
ripped a baffling end there to produce a baffling end for Brad Nelson.
From previous engagements with Russ, that was a match I needed to win. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully this brew can pull through. But for the first time, though, I get to be on the play in Modern.
Yeah, that is important.
It does feel good. So let's check out our opening hands.
No, I think you'll have a chance with the deck I'm playing.
All right.
Because I'm gonna have to actually play Magic.
Okay, I can keep this.
And I'm not super excited about my hand, especially on the draw, but I think with this I can keep it.
All right. I'm gonna go to 17.
So you're playing Hase and not Bloodbird Elf?
Maybe I'm not playing either. I'm just playing good old Death Shadow.
Inquisition of Kozilek.
Oh, you're playing.
Can't take this one.
I know what deck you're playing now.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty clear.
Pyro, Grim. I'm gonna take that Dreadbore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Protect, Ground, Mire, Swamp, and your turn.
Pass the turn.
All right. I'm going to Thought Scour myself. No, Jace, come back. Come back to me. And we will
go into 16.
Yep, and
let me think for a second. Is this the blue-black control deck? I don't think that deck had Thought Scour. I think that deck had Spreading Seas.
Let's think for a second what land I want to get.
Is this just a Grixis control? It's like Death Shadow, but without Death Shadow.
I don't know if it's worth taking more damage.
Brad's just going to get like a breeding pool here, and I'm going to have no idea what's going on.
I just don't know if that land's worth getting either, though.
Breeding pool, Narnum Renegade, get a counter, go.
All right.
Swamp, you're at 16.
Angler.
But it's only turn 2.
It is only turn 2.
6 cards, okay. I checked.
Yeah, just double check.
Yeah.
Don't you know the math? 2 fetches, hand destruction plus Oscar 6. Your turn.
And a turn, cycle Architects of Will, draw a removal spell.
Please don't.
I will go to 18 and play Grimflare.
Did I know about that? Oh, yeah,
yes.
Ground, Swamp, and Grim.
Pass.
So I only know about Mire and Young Pyro. And you're at 18?
Yep.
And that was a good draw. All right, let's Serum Visions.
Yep. I was concerned about not cracking sequencing this way so I don't have Delirium. I could have cracked Fetch, but I didn't want to get a green source with this Bloodstained Mire. But given that Brad hasn't shown me red mana yet, I'm inclined to say he's not Grixis and is instead blue-black. So I don't have to worry about this being a 2/2 or a 4/4. Push will answer it regardless. How did you scry, by the way?
Both top.
Okay. That's a tilt. I'm at 13. Greg Angler is really big.
And just take that out now.
Okay.
Your turn.
It's not a bad one.
No, be a bad one.
I'm gonna go to 12. I'm gonna think about. So I was gonna get Sacred Foundry here, which completes all my colors, but I'm a little worried about my life total right now. So I think I'm just gonna get the Mountain.
Play that Pyro and something?
Yes, a Thoughtseize, and get a token, which is why I was worried about my life total. So I get a Dylan Donegan. I go to 10, and you have 2 lands in your hand. Delta Cliffs. Oh, you do have red mana. Yep. Okay, you can go.
All right, attack for 5.
Jump.
All right, I will play the Pluto Delta and push on Pyromancer.
That's a pretty good draw.
Your turn.
That was a pretty bad draw. Hmm. $10. So I could do this first, give myself some more information, but then that sort of turns this off for the turn. The thing is, if I just tap out with nothing particularly good, Brad just gets to attack me for 8. I go to 2, and I'm in rough shape. So I think I actually want to just dig for a removal spell. So let's Faithless Looting.
All right.
Discard Thoughtseize Lingering Souls.
Not bad.
Yeah. And Flashback Lingering Souls.
No other play?
Nope. Pass turn.
All right. I don't know if I want the card on the top of my deck, but I might.
You go to 15?
Yeah, I might just want like a good spell. Hopefully draw something great.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get back into this game. I just don't have a lot of ways to gain traction.
I mean, don't you have like Super Explosion? All right.
Okay, jump, go to 7.
Go.
Now you have 1 unknown in hand. Man. Traverse.
Yep.
Wish I had like one gourmet angler of my own for a spot like this. That would be cool.
But then, I mean, that goes against your plan of going and searching up a draw 3.
Yeah. Rambler, I unfortunately can't cast with the basic swamp.
You can go get a fetch. Go down to 4. Sure.
I think that is what I need. And I probably just need to take the risk here and run it out there.
All right.
Pass the turn.
Check.
Jump here, go to 4.
Yep. And might be wrong to just throw this into play, but it makes sense to as well. So I'll just get a mountain and play that.
So go to 14. Start on Faithless Looting.
Yep.
Get myself a Donegan. Discard Bauble Thoughtseize. And pass the turn.
All right. So there's probably a Kolaghan's command in my future. Hopefully we draw something. That really sucks. We'll leave these lands up and animate and attack with these 2, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, I'll push the tar pit, make a token, jump the angler.
Yep.
Oh, that's a tilt. So now the question is whether or not I crack this fetch. I think I'm going to end up wanting to flashback a Faithless Looting to dig towards another Fatal Push. Yeah, I'm going to need this land to win this game. So I'll go to 3. I will get red-white, I guess.
Well, you do that. I'm going to see how I should board in this matchup.
No, Lingering Soul. I don't really want to cast Lingering Soul, so I'll get red-black because I can cast the double black cards. But looking bad to that second tar pit. So close in this matchup. Flashback Faithless Looting, get a token. Discard these Bloodbraid Elves I never had a chance to cast. And attack for 1.
14.
13, right?
Sure. 13.
Okay, pass.
Well, that's pretty nice, actually. Oh, yeah, trigger. I got my own. Ooh, I've got Chris Van Meters. We actually have a face-off. All right, yeah. So now if I animate this, I get 2 damage through. So I think that's just worth it. All right, attack. Yep, and chump block there and go to 1.
Yep.
All right, your turn. I don't know if that's worth it, but it feels like it should be. All right. Or those revelers.
Yeah, Reveler would have been good. But I drew the Reveler I can't cast. I had this set to go on the Pyromancer, but yeah, Tarp it into push was a little bit too much.
Alrighty. Well, I won a game this week.
Okay, here for sideboarding. On my side, I've decided to treat Brad like a mid-range deck, which means boarding for the long game, trimming on discard spells, upgrading my removal. I'm also taking some care to position myself a little bit better against Gurmek Angler here, which is a card that this deck is sort of weak against. You do end up chump blocking it a lot. Just don't have a lot of ways to remove it from the board, so we're bringing in some more and some ways to contain Brad's graveyard, and we'll hope that works. This one's a spicy one, by the way.
I tried to get BBD's help on this. Hopefully for game 3, if there is one, he can help me, but this is how I'm going to sideboard on the draw at least. And we'll see what he says if he gets to me before we go to the next game.
Brad needs 2 people to beat me in a mid-range mirror in Modern.
Hey, I am... this does not look like anything I've played before.
Okay, here for game 2. I'm on the play. I have a slightly awkward hand in that it might be a while before this gets turned on, but I have some stuff to do in the meantime, and you're just not going to mulligan reasonably functional 7s in a game that's going to go long.
My hands has something wrong with it as well, but there's no way I can mulligan it.
Okay, I'll play a bauble, and then I'll spellbomb.
Alrighty. Ugh. All right, 18. Serum Visions.
Sure.
Draw 2. I guess this is worth keeping, but this is not.
Okay. I'll bauble you. Let's see what you kept on top. Ooh. Upkeep trigger.
Yep.
And then I'll draw for turn. So what is my plan here? I guess I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to get with this fetch land, and I think I've figured it out, so I'll play it and pass the turn.
I see no reason to interact if Ross doesn't want to interact. Go.
Step, I'll crack this.
Are you on tap? Are you?
Yep, I'm cycling Architects of Will.
Okay, 17. I think I would be playing this game a little bit differently if that mountain wasn't in play. But since the lead on mountain means that I'm not going to be afraid of something like Thoughtseize into like a Grim Flare, 4/4 Grim Flare, stuff of that nature.
Well, that was about the most punishing card I could have drawn. I'm just going to play this slow. Pass. I don't think there's any reason to jump the gun here and play some of my cards for worse value than I'd like.
All right, Thoughtseize. Number 16.
All good ones.
Yeah, they are really good ones. Okay, well, I'll take... So you have command.
Of a note, this is the only one you can take that will leave me without Delirium.
Oh, yeah, that's why I think I'm going to have to take it. Yeah, I think I just have to take that.
Yep.
So you have command, Bloodbird Elf, traverse souls. All right, your turn.
Pass.
15.
Yep.
I already have that. I guess just another water grave if there is one in here. Yep. All right. Your turn.
Thought that might happen. I'll make you discard a card and rebuy the elf. I will play a traverse.
Yep.
I'll get Bloodstained Mire, go to 14, and play a Lingering Souls.
You got it.
Pass turn.
All right. Well, let's start with Thoughtseize.
Still
Goes from 13.
Still have a million traverses.
All right. Well, I'll take Bloodbraid Elf. Attack for 5.
I'll go to 9.
And so you have traverse, and
Grim Flare.
flare. And discard.
Two in hand now?
Yep. Your turn.
I think Grim Flare is going to die to 1-for-1 removal. Let's think about how I want to play this. So if my plan is to traverse for how many of these spells? 1, 2, 3. Jeez, I do not have a lot of spells in my graveyard. But I could traverse for land 5, traverse for Bedlam Reveler, cast Reveler for 3 mana, and draw a new hand that way. That seems reasonable to me. I don't really see the point in taking extra damage here, but I do want to set up my mana, which is a bit awkward. I'd like certainly another black. I guess all I need is more black mana, really. So let's just get the swamp.
You can't traverse then.
When?
You can't cast another traverse this turn if that's what you
Oh
want.
yeah, that was the other thing. I needed more green. There we go. I knew there was another constraint on what I needed to find. So that's awkward. So I only have the 1 Overgrown Tomb.
You'd have to go get a forest if you want.
Yeah, I guess that's still fine because yeah, that's still fine because on 5 mana though, I don't know why I'm shuffling.
Because you're just gonna go get another Reveler.
Yep. Now I'll get a Reveler.
Cast it for 3.
I'll play that first.
Oh, that's a good top deck. That's too good of a top deck.
And then I'll draw 3 cards.
Yeah.
You want to cut my deck before I draw
you're
the
good.
3? And I will pass the turn. I don't think I really need to get in the extra point here.
You're at 8? No, you forced.
No, I have forested.
Well, that's not good. All right, attack. Your turn.
I think I really just want to get this into play before any nonsense happens, like another Thoughtseize. So I'm at 8. I'll flashback this Lingering Souls. And I'll play a Hazaret the Fervent.
Ew.
I have 2 cards, so it's not doing anything attacking or blocking, but
All right, dead.
but I had 2 more Lingering Souls.
Yeah, I'm not.
And this is my Bedlam Reveler. Was that good?
Oh, that's really good.
It was disgusting.
You're very good at Magic, Ross.
Very, very skilled.
Well, here we are. My hand seems fine. It seems like I'm going to have to work for these wins, but hopefully this hand can do something.
I'm saying the same thing. Hopefully this hand can do something.
18 Serum Visions.
Sure.
Draw. I went down to 1 of this card in this deck too.
All you need is 1.
Yeah, I guess this is worth keeping. I don't know if this is worth keeping. We do have a lot of
1 is all
stuff. I think we'll just get it out of the deck. Sure. Okay.
I'm going to make an album of Magic-themed Beatles covers
Maybe it's
to
just
compete
better.
with the Chapin album.
All right.
That's my new.
Go
That's my new
ahead.
thing. Pass the turn. I'm going to do the weird thing in Cycle Listen Response because I really want to find a land. I guess you can.
I'm going to 16. Are you going to 17?
Yeah, I'm going to get an Overgrown Tomb.
Wow. Okay.
Well, one of those is already in the graveyard.
And then we have to figure out what the last card is. And I'll
Yeah.
just start writing.
Probably taking just Traverse, but
well, it depends what you draw.
yeah, if I draw a land, then it gets way more interesting.
Command Pyromancer. Daredevil.
Washa! It could be anything.
I guess I just have to go for you bricking for a turn.
17. I do have Delirium now.
Bobble. Push, Spellbomb, Pyromancer, Bubble. Yes. Yep, I have them all. Ooh. Thought
Scouring. Am I supposed to throw away a card to deal with the graveyard here? Probably not. I don't have any pressure, like the Angler is going to come down later anyway.
I guess the best play is probably just to do this and this. And then we'll do this next turn. This way I don't just want to get this swept up in that Spellbomb that probably has to be used. I guess he could just fire it off if we just cast Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, let's...
That is a legal play.
Huh. Would he, though?
Only one way to find out.
There's only one way to find out. Snapcaster target Serum Visions.
Yeah, get it. So I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. One, I'm light on mana, so holding up the black for Spellbomb is tough. Two, I'm light on mana, so trading for one of Brad's cards is good for 0 mana.
You want to bobble me?
Yes. Okay. Draw an upkeep, draw for turn, tilt off.
Oh, this isn't even fair now.
You can go. You're at 17.
Yeah, I'll go get a watery. You're not going to be happy with the card I cast. What's the worst card that you want to see with 3 mana?
On just 3 mana?
Just on 3 mana.
Okay, well, I was going to say Jace because you could play a 4th land, but on 3 mana, that's a pretty good one.
I go to 15 down to 12, right? 15 plus the fetch. All right.
Okay.
Attack for 2, your turn.
I'm going to push this thing.
All right.
Just trying to get this game to go long so I can draw to my screw. Pass the turn. I was also on 7 cards, so there's a chance I'd have to discard a card.
I'll just go to 11. Get an island, and discover. I kind of want to just target you.
just to see the 2 lands on top of my deck.
Let me think about this for a second.
Coming for your painful truths, by the way.
Yeah.
17 turns from now, when I have 5 mana.
Yeah, target you. Target you. Next card. All right. I draw. You don't.
But you targeted me. This does not seem fair at all.
Oh man, my hand is so interesting.
My hand is much, much less interesting.
Go. Oh, what? Come on. That is not fair.
I'm at 15.
Why are you putting it in the graveyard?
I assume it's dying.
All right, but you have Delirium?
Yes, I have land, creature, instant, artifact, sorcery. 8 mana Emrakul.
Deal 2 to it, bring back Snapcaster Mage. I your graveyard.
That's pretty good.
I don't think I want to Painful Truths down to 6 and discard a card. Doesn't seem...
Coward.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the best play.
Yeah. Maybe to you.
Go.
That was not a very good draw step.
Was it Azaret?
Ooh. Well, that's a nice surprise. You can go.
I'll go to 8. Painful Truths.
But I was coming for it. How did you get to 5 mana before I did?
Go. I really hope I don't lose this game.
You have me at 15, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
More lands in play, more cards in hand. Just more of everything.
Kill yours, bring back mine. Play
That's the
mine.
opposite of what I wanted.
Serum Visions, make a Chris Van Meter. Oh, yeah. Oh, Scry doesn't matter, but we will put that on top. Oh, I drew the card that I drew a fun of.
Ugh.
All right, take it for 2.
13.
Go.
Let me see the top one. Yep. Draw for upkeep. Draw for turn.
You gotta let me play my fun of, though. It is a god much like your own.
I think I'm just too far behind to possibly come back.
Do you not have a land?
I do,
Okay.
but even with it,
Yeah, I have drawn my life total in cards this game.
kill this thing and
2 to me, probably. Okay, just bring that back.
just get this back.
All right. Guess what happens if you blood braid? Oh, whatever. We'll attack. Put you at 10.
Yep.
And
Is this the Scarab God?
go.
Karanos. That is historically a good one for those that don't remember the Twin days. Now I'm drawing lands. This doesn't work. Yeah, I'm just dead. There's no way.
Yeah, I like have so many different game plans covered. At
Honestly,
this point.
even if your hand was all lands, I don't think I could have beaten the tar pits. I just like Kolaghan's Command was my only instant speed removal spell, and to be mana efficient, I had to use it on a not tar pit. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I will say that also felt like a match where the deck that should have lost won. At least that's how I frame it. Maybe I'm a little too subjective with standard.
Yeah.
But this match felt like I should not be favored.
My mana in all 3 games was really awkward.
And you are playing a 4-color deck
with like 18 lands.
That needs like spells for Young Pyromancer, but Delirium for Grimflare.
Yeah.
But a high density of instances and sorceries for your Bedlam Revelers. It just feels like the deck is trying to do way too many things.
It needs to draw Faithless Looting. A single Faithless Looting lets you do all those things pretty easily. Because it like fills your graveyard and lets you sculpt your hand.
But the other issue is because you're doing all those things, it doesn't feel like it's going to have that good of a chance of beating the linear decks like Tron or Storm or what have you.
6 discard spells are like normal. You're kind of like Jund against them.
But you don't have the lilies that also add to making sure that the density doesn't stay up, and you don't have the scavenging uses that eat the graveyard.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's all these things. Like I feel like this deck is really cool.
You're a little bit worse than Jund against the unfair decks and just better in the mirrors. You're definitely making that trade off, at least on paper.
Sure,
It might just be worse overall.
It might
but
be.
That's the trade off you're making in paper.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have always liked decks like that, but I always feel like they're gonna get you halfway there.
Yeah,
you're gonna do just well enough to keep playing it, but not well enough to hold trophies.
Yeah, I also think it's easier to just use your deck building to beat the unfair decks and use your play skill to win the fair matchups. Mm-hmm. So using your deck building to win the fair matchup seems like going about it in the opposite way.
Exactly. Yeah. But all right, well that ties us up at 1-1. Now we go into no ban list modern, where
your favorite format.
My favorite format.
Anything could happen. Brad could die on turn 2.
Happen.
He could die on turn 1.
You could die on turn 1.
Yeah, anybody could die on any turn.
You could die on turn 12.
I hope with me on the play you kill me on my upkeep.
I don't think it's possible.
It has to be. It's possible.
Not with what I'm playing.
Okay.
It's not possible.
It's possible in banless modern. If your Gorya's Vengeance deck has a Gemstone Caverns.
Sure.
Almost all the turns of your kills involve Gemstone Caverns.
I can understand why. But anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow with no ban list modern. Ross and I are tied up 1-1. And if you're watching this over on YouTube, head over to Star City Games where they come up right away, just like they do on YouTube. But there's a whole lot of other content that's written from us as well.
Me and Brad and other
A
people,
whole slew of people.
Owen
A lot of good
Turtenwald and
articles.
Jadine Klumperens and
And that's
Arilax
all.
and
We don't need to mention anyone else.
it's really just the four of us.
Yeah.
We ghostwrite all the other articles anyway. That's not actually true.
No. Just some of them. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow.